Hi everyone, we are Mike and Mark, and we host a channel called Video Game Weekend on Twitch. This show is a weekly podcast where we'll revisit some of the topics that came up on the previous week's livestream. You can find livestream videos on demand on our Twitch and YouTube pages, as well as condensed audio-only versions on various podcast platforms. Just search for Video Game Weekend. And as always, we would like to cordially invite you to come hang out with us during our live streams Monday and Friday nights over at twitch.tv/videogameweekend, where we typically start around 10:30 Eastern Time.
Video Game Weekend, 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 Video Game Weekend. Podcast.
It's not hard, Mark. It's not hard.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
Yeah.
Block it out.
Yeah.
Block it out. Block everything out. Block everything out. Block it out.
I can block it out, but I felt like we were right on that time.
Nice.
And I don't know if that's correct. It's probably not correct.
I laughed at the start, which I don't know if that'll make it into the final cut, but I laughed
might.
at the start because I forgot what we were chanting.
You forgot. You know, since we're streaming 2 to 3 hours a day, 2 times a week, you know, it gets pretty confusing.
Well, because I just heard the Video Game Weekend song, and in my head, I was about to start chanting Video Game Weekend. Video Game Weekend. Video Game Weekend. And then when you said podcast, that caught me way off guard. I'm like, oh, I'm an idiot. My bad.
Do you want to redo it, or are we good?
Nope, we're good. And I'm loving this. I'm loving this flow.
Good to go.
I'm finding
Back
my
and forth.
groove.
You're grooving. I'm grooving. We're grooving.
I'm back at home, so I'm on good internet. Mark's been running the good internet now for like 2 weeks.
Oh wow, dedicated.
Is this our first? No, this can't be our first. Is this our first podcast where we're both on good internet?
It might be. Could be.
We might have to cut that in case we run into tech issues during this.
That's true. Put that save it for an after.
Yeah.
After,
we'll see how it goes. We'll see.
We'll see.
All right. So let's do it. We want to hit something right away because, you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're big stream.
In case people tune out right away.
Yep.
We got to plug an ad.
Got to plug that ad.
Monday, March 10th, a.k.a. Mario Day.
Mario Day. MAR 10 equals Mario.
Are we going to play Mario? What are we doing, Mark? Hit it. Punch it.
We're going to punch it into Mario on Monday. We're doing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. We're going to do it community style. So we're going to play online. Anyone can join us. As long as you're cool, you know, you got to be cool.
Don't be a nerd.
You know,
no nerds.
Don't be a nerd. Yeah, you freaking nerds.
Nerds
stay
are
in the
welcome.
Audience. Welcome in the chat, maybe. Limited functions.
March 10th, Mario Day.
But we're celebrating. We're celebrating Mario Day with some Mario Kart.
Mario Kart 8 on Mar 10.
The most stressful game rated. People's heart rates went up like 20 to 30% or 20 to 30 beats while playing that game. There was a test for that, and it's the most stressful game ever, and I'm feeling it.
Mark takes it apparently way too seriously. I don't know why.
I get really stressed out playing that game.
It's fun. I feel like I don't get stressed. I don't know where the stress is coming from you, unless you know I'm going to work you and you don't want that to get out into the world.
Mike, you're the gamer. I'm the goof. If you're better than me at a game, I don't care. Unless it's like a stupid, boring game.
Mario Kart is a game that we played a lot of growing up. And you should be there. You should be there on my level, I feel like. I don't think you are in this game.
Mario Kart 64, I'm on your level.
Yeah.
I can smoke you in that game.
I don't know if you can smoke me,
And
but you can beat me.
if you beat me in that game, I will be upset.
Was Mario Kart 64 in the video game weekend tournament that we did?
I don't believe it was.
Are you sure? I feel like I beat you in that game
No.
at some
Oh,
for
it was,
something.
it was battle. Battle mode was.
Yeah, and I beat you. That felt good. That felt great.
That does feel good for you. Battle mode, I think we're pretty close.
For the listeners out there, I am caressing the trophy in front of Mark.
You dirty, rotten scoundrel.
Me and Mark record this on video, but we only put the audio out, so I'm gonna just take a moment and do some partially unspeakable things to this in front of Mark here.
Hey, he's got his hands on my girl. Oh, he just licked the trophy. That's son of a...
Oh man.
What is he doing to you, girl?
What is he doing? No.
Oh, no, I friggin' hate that you have that.
Yeah, and we haven't had, I don't know, we don't have anything scheduled yet either, so that's going to be mine for a little bit yet. For sure.
A little bit.
For sure. It'll probably remain mine.
We got to get something on the books soon, though. It's coming up. It's been like 3 months.
Yeah.
3 or 4 months.
No, dude, it's been like since September.
September? Ooh.
Yeah. We did get together. We got together and played, but not stream related.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's maybe why it doesn't seem like it's been that long. But since we did a live stream in person, that's been like 6 months, dude.
Yeah.
Isn't that nuts?
That is nuts. That's really nuts, actually. I'm trying to do them every like 3-4 months.
Yeah.
But if anyone is wondering, that is how we got our name, is because we would have these get-togethers and call them video game weekends.
Yeah.
And we would just either go to Mike's house and play all weekend, or go rent an Airbnb and just set up the snack table and play video games all weekend, uninhibited.
I'm gonna put a snack table pic from the Airbnb in the Discord after we post this show. I'll put a picture of the snack, because that might have been the best snack table to date.
That was a pretty good snack table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we did another one at Mark's parents' cottage shortly after we got into the streaming game, and it was a lot of fun.
Yep.
That one might have been, that's tough between that or the Airbnb. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But we didn't have good internet, so we couldn't stream it.
Yep.
So that was just a classic old school video game weekend, baby.
But the one at the Airbnb, we didn't stream either because we weren't streaming at that point.
We weren't streaming. We were just playing games.
Just having a good old video game weekend.
Yeah. Good old fashioned VGW.
VGW. Yeah, that's the history of the name. The history of VGW.
Yeah, so that's why Video Game Weekend doesn't actually stream on the weekends.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't related to streaming really. It's just a thing we did, and we took the name from it.
Yeah, get over it.
Get over it.
Get over it, you nerds.
It's not hard. Get over it.
Yeah, get a life.
So, Monday, March 10th.
Yep.
Join us on Video Game Weekend live stream, and then really join us on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Twitch.tv/video game weekend.
Let's talk podcast.
Podcast, baby. What do you got?
You ever forget things?
Mike,
yeah.
Do you ever forget things?
Yeah, I forget things all the time, dude. Just at the start of the stream, I forgot what we chant when we start the podcast.
That's true.
And then I remembered what we do chant after I heard you chanting it. Then I remembered.
That's memory recollection right there.
Yeah, you could say I forget things here and there.
The other day, I went to a local event, and I wore a specific jacket.
Was it your 1992 Green Bay Packers starter jacket?
It wasn't.
Ooh, okay.
Man, you think I'm going to take that out of the humidor, dude?
Depends on the event, I guess.
That thing's behind a piece of sunproof glass like the Declaration of Independence, man. I'm not letting that thing get out in sunlight.
That's good. That is a good idea. I'm going to make a note to get me one of those.
You need to. And a jacket.
And yeah, let me get the jacket too.
So I was wearing this jacket, and there were stalls at like vendor stalls at this place, and I got to talking to someone, and they gave me a little card for their whatever, and I opened up my inner pocket in my jacket and put it in, and felt some plastic and crinkly, and I'm like, what the hell is that? So I pull it out, and it is a bag of screws for my office chair
Yes.
that I could not find for the
Yes.
last, I just moved like a month ago. So for the last 3 weeks, I haven't been able to find these screws, and I thought I had lost them or thrown them away on accident.
Mhm.
But it turns out my dumbass put them in a little baggie, nice and organized, and then shoved them into my jacket pocket and zipped them up and totally forgot them.
Didn't you go out and buy some new screws?
I totally did.
So you weren't like for 3 weeks hurting without these screws because you took it upon yourself to go fix this problem.
I did.
Come up with a solution.
Luckily, I had the pack that it came with. I happened to save because it had spare screws in it, but only like one of each. But the pack also told me what size screws to buy if I needed them.
So what was your reaction once you realized it was the screws? Were you a little bit annoyed because you're like, oh, now I have them, but like I don't need them? Or was it kind of like it closed the open story on like whatever happened to those screws? Because there's a little bit there too where it's like, well, at least now I know what I did with them.
Definitely. So I definitely felt that relief, I guess.
Yeah, it was weighing on you, wasn't it?
The mystery of the lost screws was weighing on me so heavily. To close that chapter out felt really good, but it was more annoyance and frustration than anything.
Yeah, because did you go to a hardware store?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, you had to go to a hardware store.
Yeah, I mean, it's right across the street, so it's not-
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's still effort.
I had to like put my coat on. I had to go and talk to someone.
The very coat that had the screws in it the whole time.
Honestly, it might have been the one I was wearing.
Oh my god, what if you're in line to buy the screws and then you like reached into your pocket to grab your wallet and then there was the screws and you're buying just like 6 screws, not even like a pack of screws, you're just buying 6 and you're like, actually, Ted, you can go ahead and put them back in the drawer. I don't need them no more.
Ted's my hardware guy.
Yeah. I'll see you tomorrow.
What is that voice that you were just doing?
I don't know what the voice is. That was hardware. That was hardware store Mark.
Yeah, dejected hardware store Mark.
It did. You can go ahead and put them back.
I just know you just toiled and found them all for me and bagged them up very nicely and wrote out all the sizes on them. But you can put them back. I'm not doing any of my business here. See ya.
I appreciate that little tip you gave me about righty tighty lefty loosey. I'm gonna remember that one.
Honestly, dude, those screws aren't cheap either. $1.50 per screw, and I needed
Ooh.
like 12 screws.
Dang, that is. I feel like that's a lot. Maybe you got some
It's a lot, man.
high quality screws.
I don't know. They're coming.
You're probably better off.
I'm actually glad I found the other ones because the head on these ones are a little big, and I think they're coming loose.
Okay.
I can feel them.
Okay. Well, hope you don't just fall over midstream someday.
Oh, the base is sturdy. The base is sturdy. But now I got backups just in case I lose them too.
Yeah. Yeah. And then next time you move, you'll just lose like 24 screws instead of 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But really, the thing is like, why would I put them in my jacket pocket?
I don't know, man. Life's a fickle thing.
It's so weird. Like, what was I thinking?
You're probably just thinking it's a safe spot for them and you're going to dig them out right away, maybe?
I'm not going to lose them is what I was probably thinking. And I didn't lose them. That's true.
Didn't lose them. Okay, so I did think of something that I was searching for somewhat recently. Maybe it was December. It was when I was playing Mini Shoot Adventure.
Okay.
Which I think was December, maybe into January. I have a little So I can play like games on my phone. It's not a Bluetooth controller. You actually plug it
Yep.
into your phone, but it like slides open so you can put your phone in there. Turns it into like a
Yep.
little mini Switch or a Stream Deck kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like an actual controller too that plugs into your phone, right?
Yeah. And this must have been December, January timeframe because I think I was looking for it to bring it to work, kind of knowing I was, ending my time at my current job. So let's just bring this
Oh my
along to
God,
play some
Mike.
games.
Your work ethic sucks.
Oh, dude, I was quitting. Well, I'm gonna give it 110%. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm quitting. So now all of a sudden I'm gonna try harder. Come on, Mark.
Gotta leave a good impression, bud. Don't want to burn them bridges.
I didn't burn any bridges. No bridges were burned in the making of this story. I don't know. I don't necessarily have a good process for like storing things, but I usually remember where I put them.
Mhm.
Like it might, again, it's not, I don't keep it like with controllers or in a controller bin.
Yeah.
This I just kept in my backpack. And I was so certain I had it in my backpack.
Yeah.
I searched it twice. I think maybe I was looking for it because I was going to play it in bed that night. Maybe that was it too.
I think I remember you saying that at one point.
Yeah.
That you wanted to play in bed and you couldn't find it.
So I searched my bag. Didn't find it. I'm like, okay, what could it be if I didn't have it? So I'm trying to think of when I had it last. I go search some other places. Like, I'm so certain it's in my bag.
Yeah.
Then I went back and searched my bag again.
Mm-hmm.
Still didn't find it. And then I don't know if it was the next day or later that night. I don't know, whatever. But I'm like, it's in my freaking bag. I know it's in my. So I went to my bag one last time. And sure enough, dude, there was a whole nother like zipper that I didn't realize I had.
Yes.
I'm like, I unzipped that last zipper, and there it was.
And that's well, you were right. It was in the bag.
I know, and it was a relief situation, but also like spent so much time looking for it, and it was where I thought it was, but I'm just an idiot and didn't search properly.
I bet at the time too, when you put it in there, you're like, "Oh, this is such a good, perfect spot for this thing. Fits so perfectly."
And it's in my bag that I would like carry with me. So like if there is a time when, hey, I'm mobile and I got some downtime I could play, I just have it, So
Mike's
it does make sense.
Mike is always prepared to game on the go.
Always prepared to game. Let's do it.
Gaming comfortably.
Yeah.
That's awesome, Mike. That's awesome, Mike.
So yeah, that was obviously a relief to find it at that time, but whatever. I'm glad that's behind me.
We had another one. So I've moved in my last city. I moved, I think, 3 different. Well, I had a house, and then I moved into an apartment, and then into a different apartment. The last 4 years I was in my last city. And we have this table, an IKEA table, that where the legs go like up into it, and then you have these little pieces of plastic that like screw and like hold them in place. And during one of the moves, I like took it all apart and moved everything, and then was gonna put the table back together and couldn't find those little pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, where are they? I know I put them in a bag somewhere. I always put them in like Ziploc bags, these little screws.
Yeah.
I put them all in a Ziploc bag together. So I know I did that. I know I had it, but I looked everywhere and could not find it. Like I don't have that much stuff. And there are only limited boxes and things that I can look through where I have it, and it was nowhere. So luckily, from IKEA, you can like order those pieces for free, and they just send you another thing.
Well, that's pretty nice.
It is really nice. So as long as you know like what the piece is, you can get them for free.
Mm-hmm.
So we did that, and then on this move, the cross country move, Kate was looking through her stuff and found a bag of those pieces in like one of her studio bins somewhere. Just something she never looks in, somehow, for some reason, put it right there.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I thought that story was gonna go. So this move we decided we're not even going to keep the IKEA hardware. We're just going to junk it in this city, and we'll get some new ones when we get to the new place.
Yeah, we don't want to drive across the country with these 4 little clamps.
Yeah. Having to remember where they are.
Where they are, where to put them, carrying them.
Says we got about 6 hours out. I was already on the phone with IKEA getting them shipped out.
2 days before we left, I had them shipped to the new address.
That's just smart.
Yeah, that would have been a way better move.
It'd be something.
That'd be something. Yeah.
Mark,
Yeah.
so I want to jump the gun here on something, if I may.
Yeah.
I apologize for it. There's something in my pocket that I have that I want to show you.
Okay.
It's age appropriate. It's content appropriate. It's nothing, no surprise in my pocket. Okay, it's just.
Is it a coin purse?
It's not a coin purse.
Like one of those squeezy ones?
Like
a mouth?
I used to have a coin purse. I probably have one laying around somewhere. So, okay, sorry. I'm going to talk noodles because I have a noodle story.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's egg noodles, baby.
Go nudes, baby.
The point of the noodle story is that egg noodles are back.
Oh, yeah.
Or are they?
So this was a metaphorical thing in your pocket, not like an actual thing in your pocket?
So, this is an idea. It's an idea I had in my pocket.
Okay. Pocket idea. I'm here for the story.
So,
please continue.
Okay, so as you're aware, I was out of town for some work training this past week, and the first day I went was on a Tuesday, and I hit up the Aldi ahead of time, like before my way out, picked up some snacks, and I checked to see if the egg noodles were back.
You always got to check.
Because if you recall, they were 2 trips prior that they didn't have any egg noodles.
You got busted twice.
Yeah. So I saw they were back, and I'm like, yes, we're back, baby. So I didn't get any because I was just hitting the store, and then I was leaving town. So like I didn't want to walk, drive around with just this huge egg noodles weighing me down.
Huge mistake. Egg noodles literally weigh nothing, even though they come in like pound bags.
So I came home for the weekend, and then I left again on Sunday. And I did the same thing. I hit the Aldi on my way out of town, picked up a few more snacks, and then hovered for a moment in front of the noodles and said, yes, Mike, get them.
Get them.
Because I'm going to want to make some soup when I get back.
Yes, you are.
And if I don't have the noodles, I'm going to be ticked.
Going to be ticked off.
Picked up 2 packages of egg noodles.
Yeah.
And got back into town yesterday. And here I am today. Here I am, dude.
Here you are.
Diced up my vegetables.
Ooh.
Making a delicious.
Delicious what? I'm on the edge of my seat.
Delicious soup, dude. A delicious chicken noodle. My favorite soup with my favorite egg noodles.
I thought you stroked out there for a minute. You just went,
no.
Delicious and then stopped.
I'm building some suspense.
It's pretty long. It's a pretty long
That's what we in the podcast industry like to call building suspense.
Mike, when you edit it, you're gonna edit that down to 1.5 seconds anyways.
When I edit it, I'm gonna make that gap even longer.
Oh,
I'm gonna get people looking down at their iPod being like, hey, did the podcast freeze? What's going on?
Yeah,
here?
you're gonna be walking and be like, is somebody calling me? It always happens to me. I'll be like listening to music and then it'll just go dark and I'm like, wait, what?
You answer the phone, you just say, stop calling me, and then hang up.
Yeah, if computers could understand stop calling me.
So I am making it in the Instant Pot, right? I'm sauteing my vegetables in there, and then I put the broth in, the chicken in, I pressure cook it.
Yeah.
And then then the time comes to insert noodle.
Yes.
I grab my bag of egg noodles. They're in a bag.
I feel like I'm right there.
I take the scissors and I cut
Yep.
the top off.
All the way off or just the corner?
More than the corner. I probably went three quarters. I don't know why I didn't just go all the way.
Yeah, it's just got that little bit hanging there then.
I didn't know. I'm like, should I just do the corner?
And then you just
Or
stop.
should I do it all the way across the top? And then I just decided, you know what? I'm just going to stop here. We're good. We're going to call it here.
God, Mike, you're a mess.
So I start pouring the noodles in.
Yeah.
And here's where I'm going to reach into the pocket and show Mark on video
Yeah.
what I'm pouring in my pot to make my soup.
That looks like a fusilli
A fusilli. Okay.
or some sort of rotini.
I was calling it a rotini. Yeah. The bag, the
Oh,
package
man.
said wide egg noodles. They were in the wide egg noodle spot.
The egg noodle industry is going insane.
This is no egg noodle, dude. That's no
He
egg
got
noodle.
two of them. He just buzzed out another one. He had two.
Technically, I have three now because this one snapped in my pocket. But yes, I did have two.
Did you have those in your pocket specifically for the podcast?
Yeah, specifically to show you.
Okay. And also to like tell other people the story of the egg noodles?
Oh, yeah. I'll be sharing this for weeks. Oh, for sure. Hey, buddy, what kind of noodle would you call that? When you look at that noodle, do you see egg noodle? What do you see?
It's like George on Seinfeld when he's talking about the whale and he pulls out the golf ball as like the story punctuation.
So, ruined my soup. Just ruined it.
Oh, it's still a good noodle.
I didn't even taste it. I just dumped the whole bucket out and went to McDonald's.
Whoa, that's wasteful. You didn't do that.
No, I didn't do it. And I ate it, but I was pretty irritated about it.
You put that whole pound in?
No, see, that's why I didn't. If I snipped the whole top, then I'd have to dump it all in, and that's why I think I stopped.
That's not true.
I have no idea, dude. I don't know what I was doing with the cutting process.
You fold it up origami style and then you roll it and then throw a rubber band around it.
Yep.
And you throw it right back in the cabinet.
And in both of those scenarios, cutting it all the way, cutting it a quarter of the way would have sufficed. I don't know why I went 3/4 of the way.
It's really strange that you didn't just finish the job too.
I know. I was like,
What's
we're just gonna stop here.
what's going on with you, Mike?
I don't know.
I think there's a deep-seated issue that you need to work out.
Maybe subconsciously, I already knew that those weren't egg noodles, and it threw my whole game off.
Could be.
I didn't know until I started pouring them into the soup. Then I'm like, wait, that noodle doesn't look right. So I did get 2 packages while I was there. I didn't look at the second package yet.
Immediately look at the second pack yet?
No, because it's in the basement. I didn't know to walk to the basement.
Oh my god. That'd be the first thing.
I'm in the basement now.
So what's going on though? Like why it was labeled wide egg noodles, but it was bagged with rotini. Like
Maybe that's why they weren't on the shelf, and someone didn't realize, like, they got pulled from the shelf and ended up putting them back out there. Or maybe the noodle company is in cahoots and they're like, hey, we don't have any egg noodles. We're missing out on the egg noodle business. What do we do?
Yep.
And then Charlie's like, Charlie,
Get them out.
just get them out. Yeah. Just put these noodles in this bag.
Charlie.
People want to bring them back, so be it. I think most people will just roll with it, right?
Is it Charlie because Charlie is in charge?
No, it was Charlie like, hey, did Charlie see us? Hey, Charlie, come here. Look at that. They're going out like that. I just did it as a prank, but what are you going to do? Just let it go, I guess. Did Charlie see it? Hey, Charlie, come here.
Hey Charlie, come here.
As part of a Brian Regan skit. Check him out.
That is good.
He's awesome.
Okay, Mike. Video game memory.
Punch it. Go.
Video game memory. Give me a video game memory.
Yes, I've been stewing on this one.
Stewing or chicken noodle soupin'?
I remember as a child, it must have been, I think it was a Tuesday afternoon. The sun was trying to peek its head. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know the day. I do think I was off of school, though. I think it was a weekday.
Ooh,
And I
like that.
rode my bike to, I think it was Toys R Us.
Oh, I love Toys R Us.
Growing up, we had a Toys R Us and a Best Buy next door to each other.
It's awesome.
And there'd be times when I'd go to both, but I think I bought this game from Toys R Us.
Yeah.
I rode my bike and bought Monopoly for the Game Boy.
Yeah, Game Boy.
And I
Hell
don't
yeah.
know. I don't have much of a memory of it other than just a memory of riding my bike.
Mm-hmm.
There's some busy roads to cross.
Yeah.
If you can think of where I grew up, like we would take Mason,
Yep.
which is kind of a busy road.
Very busy.
And then you
very
got to
wide.
cross another busy road to get to like where those stores were.
Yeah.
I just feel like I was maybe a little young to be doing that, but times were different back then.
Nah. Just hop on the bike. Mom will tell you to be back by dinner, and you
Yeah.
just go.
And it was
No
just
cell phone. No nothing.
because I think I was just off of school.
Yeah.
Don't know what money I bought it with, but I had money to buy it, obviously.
You saved up your allowance.
No recollection of how much Game Boy games cost back then.
I don't really know how much games cost back then either, but they were like 50, 60 bucks, weren't they?
I remember like 64 games and I think PlayStation and Dreamcast games, but I don't know. I don't know Super Nintendo. I don't know Nintendo, and I don't remember Game Boy. And even like this one, where I spent my own money, was by myself, and I don't remember what a Game Boy game cost.
And you bought it new. You could have went around the corner and bought a used one.
Probably, maybe not Monopoly, dude. That was quite the game.
Nobody's getting rid of that one.
I do remember we had rented Monopoly for the Nintendo a few times, and I think that's why I thought it would be good on Game Boy, and it was.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is the exact same game, but to my recollection, it is the same game or very similar, and probably the game I played the most on the Game Boy when I had a Game Boy.
I was gonna say, I feel like I saw one of our streamer friends playing it at one point. It was either Necro or Kinetics. I can't remember.
I was gonna go with Kinetics. Yeah, it's Kinetics with 2 X's,
and it looked fun. I've never played it digitally.
It just makes the game easier. Like you don't have to set it up, you don't have to count money. It just does it all for you.
But there's no cheating though.
There's no cheating.
You can't cheat.
You can. So there's characters that you can play against. Like you pick characters.
Yeah.
I think it was Kinetics because I think I might have asked him if he was playing with Maud. I would always play against Maud.
You would play Maud.
I would take her to the cleaners, dude.
Is she like the easy one?
I don't know if she was, or if, once you kind of figure out how to play the game, she was.
It's like your grandma or something.
Yeah. Because that's like I said, that was just one I would always play against. I'd always try to, you can do trades, like whatever like I would try to swindle trades. Or I think what I realized is once they were low on money, you can auction pieces or like you can choose not to buy a property and send it to auction.
Yeah.
And they would never raise money in the moment.
Oh.
So if they only had $60, I would take say $120 property to auction.
Yeah.
Be like, I know I'm going to get it for under 120.
Oh, you cheater.
That's not cheating. I didn't cheat. There's no cheating.
You're working the system, man.
I was working the system. I was all within the rules though. Now on the reverse side, you could mortgage properties if someone else put it to auction and you really wanted to buy a property.
Yeah.
Like I could mortgage some of my stuff to raise the funds to make the purchase. So they had that opportunity too. They just chose not to.
They chose not to. Maud was sleeping.
Yeah. Because she's old. She probably just got back from her early bird special and she's tired.
She's probably taking a nap because that's what old people do.
Yeah.
They go to sleep.
My first Game Boy was the Game Boy Pocket. It was green. And I think I might have bought that myself too, but like I remember getting that one with birthday money from Shopko.
Ooh. Does that have a backlit? Is that backlit?
No. What did I say? It was a Game Boy Pocket. It was
Game Boy Pocket.
Pretty much. It was just smaller. The original, but smaller.
Yeah, I was going to say
came in a variety of fun colors.
Oh.
A little slimmer.
It
It could fit in your pocket.
could fit in your pocket. That's cool.
You didn't even have to wear your Janko jeans to get to fit in your pocket. You just wear regular jeans.
You need at least a cargo pocket to fit the original Game Boy.
Yeah.
You might need a satchel for that brick.
Mark.
Yeah.
Mark. Video game memory. Go.
Hold on. What kind of bike did you have?
I don't know.
You don't remember your bike?
I think I had a 6-speed.
Oh wow.
I don't know what bike I was taking to this on this adventure.
You're switching gears, huh?
I had a 6-speed, and then at some point got my brother's hand me down. I think it was a 12-speed.
Ooh. Was it a Motobi cane?
No, that's what I got now. This one had the cool handlebars. Do you remember? Man, I don't even know how you explain them. It was a mountain bike.
Yeah.
And it just had 2 handlebars that kind of went vertical off the side.
Huh.
So you could ride it normal, like a motorcycle.
Oh yeah,
And then
yeah.
it had the
It was
2
like-
kind of on the side that went up.
It had- I can't even do this. How am I doing this? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. But
Yeah.
wider. Okay.
And the mountain bike
Okay.
style. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember those.
It wasn't a
think
Huffy, but a
I think
Pacific.
my neighbor had one of those.
Something with Pacific in the name. Ocean Pacific? Pacific? Nah, not PacSun.
Pacific Rim.
I don't think so. Is that a movie?
Yeah, it's like a kaiju movie.
Oh, I think it's just called Pacific. It was a specific Pacific bike that I had.
I remember those handlebars. I don't think those handlebars are a thing anymore.
Nah.
I don't think they make them like that anymore. People don't do that.
They just don't make things like they used to, you know?
And probably because they're dangerous. Because if you fell into that thing, it'd probably poke your eye out or something. Poke your brain out.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, if you fall, you're in for a world of hurt anyway.
Okay, so video game memory for me.
Yeah.
I'll go with one that we know. Me and Mike went to high school together.
Prove it.
One of my favorite memories back then was playing Super Smash Brothers Melee in the basement of my parents' house because my room was the basement.
I gotta get a timeout here, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a rule. You can't do shared memories. If I have a memory of this, then you're just stealing one of my memories. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Totally kidding. Go ahead.
I told you before this bit that my memory is bad, so
Well,
I'm reaching.
Yeah, I just thought of it though. Okay.
But we were also I had my stereo hooked up. You know, the stereo that's like the 2 tape decks and the CD player on top, and it has the speakers on the side, and the speakers are attached with wires so you can like separate them.
Oh yeah.
So I had that hooked up to the TV. I was killing RCA technology back then. I could hook up any of that stuff. We were also in a band. Mike had Mike played the bass, and he had a big old bass cabinet in my basement. So he took
Just a giant subwoofer is basically what it was.
giant,
Like huge.
one big 15-inch speaker in a big old box.
What are you thinking? Like 4 feet, 5 feet off the ground?
I'd say 4 feet.
4 feet by maybe 3 feet. It was a big boy.
It was like almost a cube, basically. So like 4 feet, 3 feet, 3 feet, I would say.
It was a big old
It
woofer.
was loud. So we would take a microphone and hook it into his bass amp, and then put that microphone in front of the subwoofer of the speaker that we were playing, that the audio is coming out of. So the fucking house would just rumble playing Super Smash Brothers, and it was awesome.
So good.
So awesome. It was so loud and so fun, and you could feel it in your bones, dude.
Right in your bones.
You could feel it in your bones.
Oh man. Such good times.
Yeah, those good times. And me and Mike would always do like one-on-one in Final Destination. And yeah, it was really intense.
We'd get let's say we'd get a little crowd. At least
We'd get a crowd. Kids would be lining up from down the street to get in.
we didn't get a crowd. It was just the people that were there enjoyed watching us battle.
Yeah.
Because we were miles ahead of the competition.
We're a little better than everyone else. We're a little better than the other 2 people that were there.
Yeah, sometimes 4, depending on the day.
Yeah. Could have been our friends at not just band members, but friends.
Some extra friends too. Yeah, the music was so cool. We also, as part of the bad stuff, Now this is going a little away from the video games because I don't think we did this while we played the games, but we did have a strobe light
Yep.
that we could activate with a foot switch,
We bought a foot switch for it. Yep.
and that was fun.
We'd turn off all the lights and turn on the foot switch
Oh my
and be
god.
strobing. And then we also had a fog machine at one time.
So good.
and the fog smoke smelled like graham crackers, and my mom got really freaked out when the fog would leak into the living room upstairs. Oh man.
Yeah, so awesome. I love it.
Good times. It was
Great
fun.
times. Best times.
My parents were really cool about the shit that we did in
Yeah.
that basement.
Yeah, we did. We played in Mark's basement. That's where we practiced and all that stuff. I think we'd go
Yeah.
till like 10 o'clock. I don't know if that was just
Yeah.
kind of the understood cutoff time or what, but
Yeah, I don't think they ever gave me a specific time we had to stop, but I don't think they ever stopped us either, did they?
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't remember your parents ever stopping us.
I don't remember that.
Maybe that was just kind of like,
Yeah, I don't remember that.
all right, time to play video games. I don't know.
Time to play video games. Let's hook up the subwoofer and blow
Dude.
it out.
Stop singing into that microphone. We need that over here.
Oh man, it was like a gold microphone too.
It's so good. I love it, dude. Oh man, just the stuff we come up with as kids is so great. I'd say we're still doing it today too. I could maybe rig this up over here.
Yeah, we're riggers for sure.
Yeah, I just rig it up. Rig something up.
Rig it up.
Go to the hardware store, pick up a few extra screws, rig it up.
Pick up a few extra screws. It'll be fine. I'm not buying another chair.
Yeah,
Screws cost me $10. A whole new chair cost me $100.
100 exactly. Not
Ain't
happening.
doing that. Ain't doing that. So sometimes when we were done playing video games or taking a break or done with band practice, we would order a pizza.
I loved the pizza because I learned something from Mark about ordering pizza.
And I have no idea where I learned it. Pulled it out of my butt, I guess.
I think one of the things we would do or did or something too had to do with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze.
Ooh, that could be.
Yeah, the intro of the movie, they're all eating pizza and it looks super good and cheesy.
And the pizza, the Turtles makes pizza look so good.
So
like
good.
the animated
Yeah.
series makes it's like dripping off in a way that looks
So
so,
good.
fucking good.
So good. Yeah, so we wanted pizza like that, but we didn't have
Yeah.
pizza places like that. So anyway, we would order pizza, and I heard Mark say one time something to the tune of, and put just like as much cheese on it as possible, like that you can do, just as much cheese as possible. So then I would start to order my pizzas like that after that too.
I have absolutely no recollection of that.
It only takes one, Mark. Only takes one.
But to point out, this was at a time too where you actually had to call up a pizza place
Yep.
and order it from them, and they would send their own delivery drivers over with the pizza.
That's so crazy. Just how it was so natural to call and order a pizza.
Yeah. Like, how do you even know what to order? You know? I
Yeah.
feel like we got like the newspaper ad or something.
You know what? You know what I never did though when I would call to place an order for pizza?
What?
I would never say, "Hey, can you make me a pizza and put 0 cheese on it?"
Oh man. That sounds awful. Who would what style of pizza would dare to do that?
Wait, is there a style that does that?
Huh. I had never heard of one before, but I feel like there is one. What would that be? Oh wait, yeah, I have it right here. It's under distinguishing features for New Haven style pizza, also known as a pizza, is known for its thin, chewy crust, charring, and limited use of cheese.
Wow. And people like this?
I take offense, personally. Cheese is one of my favorite things, especially on pizza. Do not limit the use of it.
Let's deep dive this New Haven style pizza a little bit.
Should we?
I'm just learning about it. I'm new to the New Haven style game.
Yeah, same. I've never actually had it.
I thought it was a specific restaurant or a specific like pizza joint. I didn't realize it was a style, like deep dish or hand tossed or New York.
Detroit pizza,
Yeah.
tavern style. Yeah.
I thought when I was going to look up New Haven pizza here, I was going to get one specific restaurant, not a bunch of pictures of different kinds of New Haven or like different restaurants serving New Haven. So, okay, so I already learned something.
Yeah. It's a whole style of pizza. It's not very well known.
First thing I learned was it looks like trash. Second thing I learned is...
Hey, Mike.
I'm kidding.
It may look like trash, but let's give it a chance.
Let's give it a chance.
It's pizza.
It's pizza. I like pizza.
There's not many pizzas that aren't good.
This is true. I wish I knew someone that, knows about New Haven style.
Yeah, me too. Let me give the backstory then.
Yeah.
This is straight from the source, Wikipedia. New Haven style pizza is a style of thin crust, coal-fired Neapolitan pizza common in and around New Haven, Connecticut.
Okay.
So coal-fired, that's cool. I like that.
I like that. Yep, I like that.
It's almost like grilling a pizza, you know?
Uh-huh. I'm down with that.
Grilled pizza's great. Locally known as a pizza, spelled A-P-I-Z-Z-A, a pizza.
That's one word.
That's one word.
I heard you say it before, and I didn't know if you were making a goof.
A pizza.
A pizza. A pizza.
I actually read that it came from La Pizza, and that just like over the years got pushed together.
You ain't got time to say that L.
Yeah, you know.
Yo, Lou, drop the L, all right? Sick of that L. Get it out.
Hey, Frank, why are you always saying it without the L?
A pizza. La pizza. A pizza.
La Pizza. So it originated in 1925. So it's an old pizza.
Wow.
100-year anniversary.
I thought this was like a new thing, a new rage. Okay.
No. At the Frank Pepe Pizzeria Napolitana, and is now served in many other pizza restaurants in the area, most notably Sally's Pizza and Modern Pizza.
Interesting.
That's from the source, Wikipedia.
So I Googled New Haven pizza, and I got Frank Pepe, like you mentioned, and Sally's a Pizza.
Okay.
So clearly the heavy hitters there.
Wikipedia ain't wrong.
No. For Frank Pepe Pizzeria, did you say Napolitana?
Napolitana.
Napolitana. I'm gonna drop the A on that. Just go Napolitan.
You're just changing it.
Yeah, I mean, if we can just drop the L, why not? I'll drop some letters too.
You don't get to choose. You're no Frank Pepe.
No, sir. I know who I am. The main picture here doesn't look great to me.
No?
I do see Napoleon style. Is that
Napolitana.
not
Neapolitana.
Neapolitan? Is that what I'm thinking of?
Neapolitan.
Neapolitan. There it is. That's the one. I do see that, the way the cheese is kind of placed on it. But, I've never been a fan of that. Again, I'll eat it because, like you said, it's pizza.
You mean like fresh mozzarella? Like the globs?
The globs, yeah. I like the as much cheese as you can covered in cheese. Here, you just get the globs. You see the sauce.
I agree. I'm much more used to covered in cheese than globs of cheese. But I would certainly eat a fresh mozzarella pizza.
And it's not the fresh. Don't get me wrong. I got nothing against the fresh mozzarella.
Mutz.
Just give me more globs. Give me more globs of it.
What I'm seeing is a lot of sauce and possibly like the Parmesan or the Pecorino only on top, which is a little strange to me. I've never had pizza like that, but I don't know, man. Maybe it's good.
It's got to be good. And like I said, I would eat it. If you handed a slice to me, I'm going to eat it. I'm not going to be rude.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat it.
It does look really thin and crispy.
Yeah. Crust does look good. I like that char look.
Wow. This one looks awful. Ken's New Haven style pizza. Absolutely awful.
Bash and Ken straight up.
I mean, it's literally just sauce with like parsley on top. It looks terrible.
I don't know what Ken's is looking like, but I'm also seeing some misshapen pizzas here at Frank's.
They are a little rough and ready.
They don't seem to adhere to the roundness factor you find in most pizza joints.
Yeah, it's like they don't really care.
It's like someone dropped it, taken it out of the oven, and then just served it up anyway. Kind of what it looks like.
Seeing some strange slicing methods too, like it's someone's not really paying attention and just kind of cutting it however they want.
Just we've not had it before, and we're just going to town on it, dude. Like,
is bad slicing like part of it? Because I'm seeing multiple pictures where the slicing is just not great.
do you ever see those memes, or I think it was like even a documentary or something on Chuck E. Cheese, where there's like a rumor going around where they would take leftover pizza from people's tables and then form a new pizza out of it.
Oh God!
So like, oh, this person only ate half their pizza. So there's half a pizza right there. We just need to find 4 more slices.
Oh my God, Charles! Charles, what are you doing, bud?
No, this is just a rumor. I've lived there this past summer. I can attest that it's not true.
Okay, good. I worked there, and
Yeah.
we never did that. We ate it. No, we didn't eat that. We didn't eat other people's pizza. If a pizza got made by mistake, or if there was like, I didn't eat old pizza.
Send it back out. We ate it.
I didn't eat dirty old hands-on pizza. Okay, never mind. I'm done defending myself. Go ahead.
Well, the rumor started because the pizzas would come out misshapen. And that's what I'm seeing here in some of these pictures. Like, it doesn't look like they were cut from the same pizza. Because, like, why does this crust go out this far, but then this piece starts here? Like that's where that rumor started, and that's kind of what I'm seeing on some of these pictures, too.
Yeah, some of these, the slices are like not even close to the same size.
And they don't all look strange like that. But
No.
there are some that, yeah, I feel like they're trying to show a nice picture. Like, you know, there are pictures where we're pointing out things that maybe don't look so great about it. I don't know.
Yeah, they're like, look at how good this looks. And I look at it, it doesn't really look that good.
I'm doing my best to keep the puke in my mouth.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. They cut like one straight down the middle, which looks good. But then it looks like they just like started hacking like this. The big roller. It's like square pizza, like square cut, but they just didn't do it square at all. So strange.
I found my way to a picture of a dessert. Then that looks
Ooh,
amazing.
okay.
It's a cheesecake of some sort, with a chocolate drizzle.
I like it, Driz.
Some sort of crumb on top. Could be a cookie crumb. I don't know.
Ooh, could be an Oreo crumb.
Yeah, it looks delicious. The dessert looks delicious. Salad looks pretty good even.
I think I saw that they put seafood on their pizza too.
Seafood?
Clams,
What?
which I'm not opposed to. Clams or oysters. I'm not opposed to that,
Not opposed.
but I'm certainly not familiar with that.
So I had been looking at Frank Pepe the whole time. I'm gonna check out Sally's.
Okay.
See, that's a little misshapen too. What's your take on that?
It must be a thing because there's so many of them that are like that. And it's like pointing out the good. Oh, I'm trying to back out and I just ran into that gross looking pizza that I saw before. It looked like a DiGiorno before they put any cheese or toppings on it.
Yeah, I'm looking at a 9-second video of one which is just crust and cheese, but the crust is already cooked. You don't cook it and then put toppings on and like bake it, do you?
You might.
You might, Rabbit. You might.
You could.
I know you could, but I'm just asking if that's what they do.
You might need more time for the crust than the toppings, you know? You might need to get like a super crispy crust, but then you throw the toppings on and the sauce and the cheese and all that. And then you bake it again.
Man, I got questions. We might have to get a guest speaker on, or a guest on Talk New Haven. This one, so to this point, I wasn't certain if they were done with those pizzas. But here's one on the table with other pizzas that are missing slices. It's just sauce.
It's just sauce?
It's just sauce. It's just sauce, Mark.
I don't understand it. I like cheese on pizza.
Just funny because like when I order pizza and ask my kids what they want, they're not big on toppings. They'll do pepperoni sometimes, but other times they don't. They just want cheese.
Yeah.
But I'll ask them, like, do you guys want pepperoni or just cheese?
Yeah.
And they'll specify, I want pepperoni and cheese. Like, I don't want just pepperoni and sauce.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's understood that you're getting cheese on your pizza, right? Like when you get a pizza, it comes with cheese.
Not even
now,
a
do
sauce.
you want anything extra? Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I feel like here, you got to specify if you want the cheese.
Baseline pizza is dough, sauce, cheese.
Maybe that's just how we were raised. I don't know.
Yeah. I've had like Neapolitan pizzas too that don't have sauce on them. It's just like
Don't have sauce.
the crust and then maybe like olive oil or something and then cheese and then the toppings.
Huh.
But it's different, you know.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to send you a picture of this one when we're done. I don't know what's going.
Actually,
this one looks like uncooked cheese on top.
yeah, it's probably not a good picture.
It looks like it looks like someone took slices of provolone, like it's circular pizza, and just just slapped them on top and then sent it out.
A little extra cheese, please, cold.
Yeah.
One of the other characteristics of it says it's drier and thinner than New York style pizza, which drier sounds bad probably to some people, but I think that's a good thing.
I'm okay with that.
It's more like a crispy.
Yeah, I like a good crispy. That the crust does look good.
And I like the coal thing. That sounds like a good way of cooking it.
I mean, I've had, like wood fire grilled pizzas. Those are good. I'm going to imagine it's similar.
I would think, yeah. Has a little different smokiness to it.
Yeah, it could be a little different smokiness.
Yeah, a little different smokiness, you know?
I'm down. Just hit me with that cheese. Here's one with cheese on it. That looks delicious.
And maybe that's where some of the redness comes from, is that, or maybe the cheese is cooked more than normal?
I think it's just a lack of cheese.
Maybe.
Maybe. I think it's just dough, sauce, done. Send it out. Go.
It does look like a lot of sauce. I will say that.
You want cheese? $3 extra.
All of these that have sauce have a lot of sauce on them.
No cheese for you.
It's like coming through it, like coming through the layer of cheese.
Maybe the people of Connecticut are just weird and they're purposely asking, hey, no cheese, please. Like it's not a New Haven style thing. It's just these people that are taking the pictures are the strange ones. And they're like, no cheese.
That could be. I sure hope so. Maybe yeah, I don't know.
I'm looking at Sally's now, and the ones with cheese some of them look delicious.
Oh yeah? Okay, we're coming around, yeah.
Oh, it looks more like a pizza that I'm familiar with because it's got cheese on it. Cheese, Mark, cheese. Ooh, I wonder if this is not maybe. Okay, sorry. Here's a different picture of one that kind of looked like provolone slices tossed on. It might just be meat. Almost looks like a deli turkey, like that.
Oh,
like just a round piece of meat from the deli. Kind of looks like that. It's thin.
That's strange.
Maybe a little glisten from the grease. Maybe.
I feel like the pictures that they're taking of this pizza are like super contrasty too. Like they took the contrast and just like turned it all the way up. Like what's up with that? Yeah, let me get on this website real quick. Let me see what's going on here. Yeah, there's just tomato sauce pie. It's just Sally's tomato sauce and Parmesan without mozzarella.
I don't know about that. You know what, Mark?
What?
I think we said quite a bit about our thoughts on the New Haven style.
Sure.
But don't take our word for it.
Don't take our word.
Let's see what some of the other people are saying. Here's one from username Mark VGW.
Oh, who's that?
Says, I haven't had this, but it looks terrible. Okay. All right. Well, that's one person's take.
They sound stupid.
Here is a real review that I do enjoy. Here's a 2-star. We waited in line for 25 minutes at Sally's for absolutely no movement in the line. Because of this, we decided to call up Frank Pepe's since they're on the same street and get takeout instead. Wasn't that long of a wait at Frank's, and I see why. Oh, man, big diss to Frank's here.
Calling out Frank's.
We got we got the sausage pizza and cheese to take home. The wife and I both thought it was incredibly burned and very excessively oily, to the point the entire box was essentially drenched in sticky burned oil.
Wow.
To say I was let down by this pizza is an understatement.
It did say it was charred.
That's a knock against Frank. Frank did respond, said appreciate the feedback.
Oh, that's good. Frank's a heavy hitter, you know?
Yeah.
It's not going to take that lightly.
And we're calling out the poorer reviews because that's kind of the segment we're doing now, right?
Yeah, that's kind of what we do.
Overall, out of 9,000 reviews for Frank Pepe's, 4.5.
That's very good.
So while we're knocking it, while we were bashing it, overall, people seem to like Frank Pepe.
People do seem to like it.
I wonder if Cody is secretly a spy for Sally's. A little undercover action.
I bet Sally and Frank have been fighting for years.
Oh, yeah, dude. I'd hate to get into that crossfire.
Oh, you get caught up in the.
Exactly. Not a crossfire.
You don't want to get caught up in the. Here's one. 5 stars. We are never disappointed when we eat here. It's hands down the best a pizza in the world. Yeah, that's for Frank.
That's for Frank. Boom.
So we can say all we want about these pictures we're seeing on the internet, but there's something to it. People like it,
Yeah, we can only say so much based on the pictures. We got to try it.
Yeah.
If you've had New Haven style pizza and want to leave a comment below in the chat, tell us about your experience. We'd appreciate it.
In the podcast chat?
Yeah, in the podcast chat. Leave a review of New Haven pizza about the podcast in the chat. If you can back it up that it's good, feel free to leave a review or a comment, whatever. I'm not really sure how it works. That'd be awesome. You guys suck. New Haven rules.
New Haven rules. 1 star Spotify. Usually we end with a 1-star review of fast food, but we already gave our New Haven style pizza review. So next week, March 10th, we will be streaming Mario Kart Deluxe for March 10th, Mario Day. Come join us. Come play with us. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. My name's Mark.
My name's Mike.
And we're Video Game Weekend. Thanks for listening.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good night, sweet prince.
If you made it this far, we wanted to say thank you for tuning in and appreciate any follow or subscribe clicks you're able to offer. Reminder that you can find us live Monday and Friday nights at twitch.tv/videogameweekend, where you can also find links to our Discord and YouTube channels. Take care, everyone. Boom, 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 boom. Oh!